Welcome back everybody, Jordan Nelson here. Today we're going to talk about how to be a part-time video creator. There are lots of videos out there about how to become a full-time videographer, whether it be wedding videos or a YouTuber, doing video for corporate companies, or starting your own video production business. What about those of us who want to start working part-time in video and doing it as a side hustle rather than as a 100% full-time career? There's so much out there about, oh man, the 9 to 5, like get out of that. You don't want to be doing that. That's a thing of the past. I just don't think that is everybody's goal. Now, if that's your goal, to get out of the 9 to 5, to be your own boss, to start your own company, that is awesome. You go for it, you do it. But if your goal is to start a side hustle to supplement your current income and still enjoy doing video work, then this video is for you. Now, as I give you these tips, just be thinking critically about your own situation, what your own goals are, your own schedule. I don't know any of that. So if some of this doesn't apply to you, or if you disagree depending on your situation, that's totally fine. Just let it breeze on by. But hopefully these are broad enough to be able to help you give some perspective and maybe some pushback to all the stuff you've been seeing online right now. Okay, so tip number one, do not let others define what success should be for you if you have totally different goals. So there's a ton of stuff online about how to become a full-time YouTuber or how to start your own video production business and go full-time. Now, many of those tips may carry over, but some of them are not going to apply to you because you have totally different goals. So what they're telling you to do may not work for someone who's trying to go part-time or just doing this as a side hustle rather than trying to go 100% full-time. So if you put into practice everything that they're telling you, you're not setting yourself up for success as you define it. You're setting yourself up for success as they define it, and you're not even trying to reach that goal. Okay, so tip number two, pace yourself. In our culture where it's, getting after the grind and all that celebrated, which is good to have good work ethic. I'm all about that. But it can become really easy to say yes to everything and get really obsessed with growth, and you're sacrificing other things. Having a side hustle can mean that you are working a lot. There's the potential to work way too much. So let's say you have a day job 5 days a week, and then you're also shooting weddings every single weekend. When do you rest? When do you spend time with your family, your friends? Is your marriage suffering? Are relationships suffering? Is maybe your regular full-time job suffering because you are doing way too much and you're working 7 days a week nonstop? You're gonna get burnt out that way, and other things are gonna suffer because you are prioritizing this far too much. There are many aspects of life that you need to consider before saying yes to everything that comes your way. Now, if you're trying to quit your full-time job and go full-time with your own video business, then yeah, there's probably gonna be some initial sacrifice with a lot of these things. It's an investment so that you can make that transition to go full time. I totally get that, totally understand that. That's a temporary thing. But if your goal is to stay part-time, then it's not a sustainable way to do it by saying yes to everything and being booked every weekend and weeknights. You just wanna make sure that you're pacing yourself and have a healthy lifestyle, that you're able to balance all of these things together. So I don't know what all of your priorities are or what you value most or what you want to spend your time doing, but just make sure you're taking stock of that and paying attention to when things seem to be out of whack. Okay, tip number three, don't feel like you need to spend every single dollar you make on upgrading your equipment or expanding your kit. Now, you should assess your situation. Maybe it is the right time to expand or buy something new or upgrade. But I know when I'm watching stuff online, trying to learn and grow, I feel this pressure that I need to continually keep getting new stuff, buying new stuff. And I feel like I have to use everything I make to invest back into the company. Like, you'll see these videos online saying like, the lens every video creator needs, all caps with the needs there. It's like, you need it. It's like, that's not true. It's not true at all. I do have other financial priorities in the short term that I should be using that money for. I don't know your situation, so you just need to assess that. And I also do understand that purchasing more equipment is an investment to grow your business, create better work so maybe you can charge more. I totally get that, but don't sacrifice all of the financial priorities you have to continually upgrade your video gear. Make your side hustle work for the financial priorities that you have. Okay, tip number four, scheduling, organization, being forward thinking. If you're not organized or looking ahead, it's really easy, especially if you're gonna be doing this on the side, to double book yourself or not realize that you had a really crazy month and you said yes to yet another thing, and now you're just gonna be burnt out, exhausted. You're not gonna be able to handle all the work that you've taken on with your full-time job, all the stuff outside of that, and then with your side hustle. It kind of goes hand in hand with pacing yourself. One way that you're gonna be able to create a sustainable pace is by being organized, by having a schedule and by looking forward. Now, being flexible as well is a great skill to have, especially if you're gonna have this extra side hustle. It is really good to be flexible, but without some organization, you're gonna be setting yourself up for a pretty rough ride. So write down what goals and expectations you have with different aspects of what you want to see in your video work for the next week, month, year, whatever it is. Just kind of write down what you expect to see so that you're not just flying by the seat of your pants and hoping that it all works out. Have some sort of plan, have a schedule, have some convictions about I'm only gonna do a wedding once a month or twice a month or whatever it is. You wanna make sure that you're organized so that you can create a sustainable pace. Okay, so tip number 5, be diligent, hardworking, efficient when you are working on your video projects. You don't want things to be dragged out over a long period of time just because you're being lazy or you're not getting the stuff done that you need to get done. Because if you have that 9-to-5 job throughout the week and all the other stuff that you have going on top of this video project that you have, and you're just letting it hang out there, and then you have another video project come up and then they start to overlap, and then you're gonna get behind and you're gonna get more overwhelmed. So once again, this goes hand in hand with being organized as well. But make sure when you are doing your work that you're working hard, that you are focused, that you are doing the best job that you possibly can. One, so that you can get more work. Just because you're part-time doesn't mean people won't want to work with you. If you make quality stuff, then you have the capability to go and get business, but you want to make sure that you're putting as much effort as you can into the work that you're doing in that time slot that you've given yourself to work on your side hustle. So those are the 5 tips. Maybe it will end up that you start going part-time and then you decide that you want to go full-time, and then there's a whole host of resources out there how to go full-time. I do have another video that talks about how to start a wedding videography business. You can go ahead and check that out right up here. But what's great is that regardless if you're doing it full-time or part-time, you're getting to do something that you really love, which is a blessing. That is not a given for anybody, to get to do things that they really enjoy and even make money from it and do it even as a part-time thing. It's a really exciting opportunity that you're even looking into doing something like this. So good on you. If you do have any questions or comments, leave those below. Would love to hear from you, or any other tips that you have from starting your side hustle. Maybe you're not even a videographer, but you have some other side hustles. Some of these tips could also apply. Just let me know in the comments. I'd love to start a conversation down there. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I have a lot more videos like this on the channel, a lot of them related to wedding videography or video creators. So hopefully you can get something out of that. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video.